Anthony, that was an incredibly exciting start to your fight. Did you think you might have been closing in on a record stoppage at first?
You know, I knew Daniel was going to be a tough guy. I just wanted to come out and, you know, kind of set the pace and push him real hard from the gate. That way I could kind of establish myself and keep him on his heels. And, you know, if I got the win early, that would have been great. But I'm happy to grind it out and get the win the way that I did.
It looked very close to coming to a stoppage quite quickly. What was going through your mind? Were you conscious that you were trying to close it out, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, I definitely was trying to get the finish. Like I said, that would have been great. But at the same time, I was trying to think if, you know, Daniel's super tough. So if I didn't finish him, I had to have a little bit of gas left in the tank to finish the fight. So I was just trying to really just, you know, kind of pace myself, but, you know, land as many shots as I could. And, you know, if I got the stoppage, fine. That would have been, you know, preferable. But like I said, I'm glad just to get the win.
It was a really close. The second round was very much in Daniel's favor. Did you feel that perhaps entering the third round, the fight might be slipping from you?
You know, he was kind of in the clinch. He was kind of digging into my eye, and so I was trying to point that out to the referee, and I kind of lost a little bit of focus there for a second, and I should have just, you know, kept my composure. But hats off to him in the second round. You know, he made it exciting, and, you know, definitely pushed me. I was tired, so you know, he had a great second round, and I knew going into the third I had to, you know, leave it all out there if I wanted to get the win. So it was just awesome the way that the fight went.
After the fight, you guys kind of embraced, and it seems like you said something to each other. What did you guys say?
I just told him he was so tough, and I was honored to fight him, and it was just an amazing fight. I have a lot of respect for that guy. You know, he's a super tough guy, and you know, he was fighting here at home in front of his country, and it's you know, I know that he wanted to get the win, and he was just trying to come out here and fight hard, and yeah, he definitely pushed me to my limits, and so and I was just thanking him for the fight. So it was awesome.
And afterwards, when you stood there waiting the decision, you know, it seems like you got rounds 1 and 3 pretty clearly. But considering, you know, with the judges, you never know, and especially now, you know, you're facing a hometown fighter. Were you at all worried about the result?
You know, I thought about that a little bit, but at the end of the day, you know, I have a very strong Christian faith, and so, you know, it is what it is, and you know, whatever God had planned for me, you know, is going to be just that. So I figured I did enough to win, but you know, it was up to the Lord if it all was going to work out. So I tried not to think about it too much.
What aspect of your game or mentality do you think gave you the edge to get that win?
Wrestling. You know, I grew up wrestling, and wrestling really saved my life, and it made me, in my opinion, a really tough guy. And I won that fight with wrestling, man. It was, you know, I think wrestlers are some of the toughest athletes out there, if not the toughest. And just that wrestling mentality, that grind, that high pace, and never quit. You know, I think that's what really got me through this fight.
You say wrestling saved your life. What do you mean by that?
You know, I grew up with a really tough childhood. You know, I didn't have a dad that was around, and mom was, you know, into drugs and in abusive relationships and so forth. And so it was really hard as a young man to grow up and have a good role model. And I think I found wrestling right at the right time. It gave me that discipline. It taught me work ethic and really to you know, push myself for something greater. And you know, that's what I mean when I say that wrestling saved my life.
They say you're only as good as your last fight. You know, now sort of, you know, returning to the win column and scoring, you know, in all fairness, a good winner, but a very talented and experienced guy. Where do you feel this win takes you?
You know, I have no idea. Hopefully it puts me right there in the mix. I know I'm still in probably the lower half of the weight class right now, but you know, hopefully it bumps me up a little bit or enough to you know, just keep grinding away, and hopefully I can climb the ladder and join the upper ranks with some of those other superstars.
Can you just talk about fighting here in Poland, obviously the UFC's debut here, sum up what the week's been like here for you, and is that something that you like to do, is fight on some of these international cards?
Yeah, man, it's been awesome being here. This country is so beautiful, and you know, I had never seen castles before, and there's a castle right by my hotel, and I mean, this is stuff that I see on TV, you know, and this is so awesome, and the people were great, and you know, the culture is just amazing. So it's just been a great week so far. I've had a good experience, and I would love to continue to travel the world and do what I love by just fighting.
Was there at all any point in the second round where, you know, you really had to dig deep, or you were doubting yourself?
You know, it was towards the end. he had got that takedown, and I was kind of complaining about the eye poke, you know, and I really just had to pull myself together, and I was able to get a reversal, I think, towards the end of the second round and kind of get back on top. And I just figured, man, okay, I'm probably it's probably even now, 1-1. So I mean, I had to make that decision to win. And in the third round, I figured if I could just wear him down enough and get that takedown at the end, then that would be the deciding factor. So I just dug deep and grinded it out.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.